Book 1, Chapter 17, Benevolence. It is the big day for the Love for Community event. Our class has worked very hard to get all things organized. We are all excited to share what we have created. Charles has spent many hours at our house while we worked on the project. My sister likes to hang out with us. She says that she could help us at our table. My mom has been baking cookies for the last week. We are all set at home, ready for the day. My dad loads the games and prizes into the back of his truck. Charles is to meet us at the park. It is a beautiful day, filled with excitement and laughter. My dad makes 2 trips to get everyone to the park. The first trip is Sky and I. The second trip, my mom, sister, and brother. "Finn!" I hear a shout. I look up and there is Charles with the biggest smile I have ever seen. "Finn, the newspaper reporter is here, and he stopped me as I was coming in. We talked for a while, and I told him I wanted to be a writer. He said he would stop at our table to get an interview. Finn, we will be in the newspaper." We set up the table and the games with my dad's help. All the other people from our class have set up their tables. My mom is in charge of the bake sale. The day is perfect. The weather is warm and sunny with a cool breeze. I knew the day would be a perfect day for the perfect gift, and the weather is a perfect gift. My sister is fussing over Charles, as usual, but Charles doesn't mind. I think he is very fond of her and her silly giggling. We place our table under a tree so Sky Charles can be in the shade. I have brought his dishes for water and food, also his leash. I can tie him so he won't wander around people. My teacher comes over to our table and shakes hands with my dad. He then shakes hands with Charles and I, declaring that we have done an excellent job making the prizes and the games. My teacher thanks each of us for bringing joy to the day. We are very proud. There are more activities than we had thought. By 10 a.m., people are coming into the community park to take a look at what is going on. More and more people come, and we are concerned we won't have enough prizes. My dad says not to worry. When the car prizes are all handed out, he has other prizes that he has purchased at the store, just in case. My dad is my hero. I know he is Charles's hero as well. One after another, people are lined up to play our games. My sister is so busy. She is having so much fun with the smaller children that come to try the fishing game. Our table is so popular that we have a lineup for most of the afternoon. We take time to have a late lunch. There is a table that is serving hot dogs and chips. We each have a hot dog, a bag of chips, and a soft drink. It is a treat. What a great day, I think to myself. A perfect day for a perfect gift, and we have given out so many gifts. All the prizes and fun, that is a gift to us. How people enjoyed what we had to share. The reporter from the newspaper comes to our table to have an interview. He says, "Which one would like to answer the questions?" I say, "Charles is the one in charge, so he can answer the questions." Charles looks happy and proud. He isn't nervous at all. The reporter speaks with Charles for about 20 minutes. Then he asks if he can take a picture of all of us. I say, "Sure, but my mom should be in the picture." I run to get Mom from the bake sale, while Charles unties Sky from the post. Charles and I are in the middle, Sky in my arms. My mom and dad stand behind us. My sister and little brother are on either side. "Smile," the reporter says, and the flash of the camera goes off. "What a great-looking family," the reporter says, and we laugh and thank him for his time. My dad shakes his hand and says how hard we have worked to make this project become what it is. The reporter looks at my dad and says, "It's obvious there is much love," and away he goes. My mom and dad look after our table while Charles, Sky, and I walk around to see what everyone else is doing. We can't believe the amount of people that are in the park. Today is a great success. There is a water game with water-filled balloons. One place has a disc toss. Another has a game of soccer going on. There is also face painting, a craft table for the little ones, and several places to get drinks and snacks. I can't believe such a great day all started from ideas in a grade 4 classroom. Imagine if we could do this every year, have an event every year. Perhaps it will be that way, and each year we can add to the games that we make. By the end of the day, everyone is exhausted. We load up my dad's truck, and once again he makes 2 trips. When he returns to pick us up, he asks if we are taking Charles home or if he is going to have supper at our home. Charles looks sad. Charles, I ask, what would you like to do? I want to go to your house, but I know I am needed at home. My mom wanted me home right after we were finished. We all look at one another, feeling sad. Okay, my dad says, get in the truck and I will drive you home. We load our final items and jump into the truck. My dad knows that Charles is sad at the end of a fun day. Charles, my dad speaks in a soft tone. You are a good son to look after your chores. I had many chores when I was a child, and looking back, I can see that it has taught me how to be responsible and put in a hard day's work. It's easy to be lazy, but when one has chores, they give one responsibility. It will help when you have your own house. Finn has chores, so don't be upset because you have to go home. You can visit any time. Thank you, Charles says to my dad, but we are both shocked to see a tear roll down Charles's face. My dad says, Charles, things will work out. You will see. And he places his hand on Charles's shoulder while giving him a nod of encouragement. Thank you, Charles says with his head lowered. We drive up to Charles's house and his mom steps outside. My dad gets out of the truck to introduce himself to his mother. These 2 boys work very hard today. You would be proud to see all that they have accomplished. She walks towards my dad, extends her hand to welcome him. Thank you for taking all this time with Charles and the project. My dad says, wait until you read the local newspaper. Your son was interviewed today. I pipe up and say, yes, and the reporter even took a picture of us. Charles once again looks at us to say goodbye. It is evident that he is sad. Take care, Charles, my dad says as he walks back to the truck. Sky and I get in. We drive off. Back home, my mom is putting away all things from the bake sale. She says, I'm not sure where we should donate the money from our bake sale. My dad suggests we donate the money to the animal shelter. What a wonderful idea, my mom says. That really is a great idea. She gives my dad a hug. That's usually when I leave the room. Bedtime has come and I can't keep my eyes open. Sky and I curl up. I don't think we see one car drive by. We fall asleep within seconds. It is Sunday morning. We have all slept in. Even Sky doesn't need to get up early. I can hear my parents in the kitchen. My dad is making my mom breakfast. He does this on Sunday mornings. Bacon, eggs, toast, and sometimes pancakes. Today it is bacon and eggs. I can smell the bacon as the aroma makes its way up the stairs. Sky knows the smell. He always gets a treat on Sunday mornings. I get up and make my way to brush my teeth. I look in the mirror. Today feels like a different day. I study my face, wondering when I'll be able to shave. Sometimes I pretend because I like the smell of my dad's shaving cream. I look into my eyes. I look different. I get closer, stare straight into my eyes, focus intently on who is looking back. Is there someone looking back? I ask in a whisper. Yes, I hear my heart voice. Yes, there are 2 of me? I look again to see if I am able to understand. As I look, I ask, who am I? Softly, my imagination, or I think it is my imagination, says, you are love. I am love? What does that mean? I just keep looking. I hear my mom yell from the bottom of the stairs, "Finn and Paige, breakfast is being served." I tell myself that I will be back. I start to laugh. Sky and I go downstairs. Paige is behind us. I let Sky out to the backyard and wait for him to return. He is eager to come in to have his weekly treat of bacon. "Well, Finnan and Paige, you both did an excellent job yesterday," my dad says. Then, turning to my mom, he adds, "There isn't anybody that can make and sell a chocolate chip cookie like you can, my love." My mom just winks and says that she was very pleased at the amount of money that has been raised. I'm sure that Charles and I will get a really good grade. I can't wait to see our picture in the newspaper. We all talk about the day, talk about all the people who went home with little cars. My dad has a stamp that he uses on his furniture. The stamp has a signature mark, which is a 4-leaf clover, and his name below. Each wooden car has been stamped. My dad says that it is also good for his business because the cars were made at his shop. It is going to be a quiet day for everyone. The sun isn't shining, the skies are gray, so we decided to curl up and watch a movie in the afternoon. I go back upstairs to make my bed and tidy my room. As I pick up my clothes off the floor, I have a sense of comfort, knowing that we really did a great job on the project, that everyone was able to meet Charles. Charles does feel like he is part of the family. I know why my parents like him. After the movie, my mom wants to talk with everyone. We gather around the table and Mom takes out a letter her brother has sent to her. She looks very serious, but pleased. She removes the letter from the envelope, unfolds it, and places it on the table in front of her so she can read it to us. She says, "Children, we have been given an extraordinary gift, and I am extremely pleased that everything worked out the way it did. As you know, my brother and I have had our differences over the property my father left us. In wanting to understand the other, we have been able to see each other's viewpoints and what is important to each of us. Cooperation was needed for both of us to feel content. It was a mutual understanding of the love we hold for each other and for our Father. Together we have agreed that the land be sold to a developer. The developer will build a resort and only clear away trees that must be removed for the buildings. These trees will be used in your dad's shop and sent to a paper mill to make paper." Wow, I think to myself, they did work together. My mom was really concerned about the little animals. "The resort will be dedicated to our father, your grandfather. Once a year in celebration, we will hold a special day at the resort for everyone in the community, a day very much like the one we had yesterday, but only larger in size. The wood that is removed will be used to create furniture for the lobby for all the visitors. Your dad has already developed the plans and the builder is extremely happy. This will be a prize presentation on your dad's behalf, and it will attract visitors from all over the world." "Wow," I say. My dad is quiet, letting my mom share. My mom places her hand on my dad's cheek and tells him how proud she is that he is her husband. My mom continues, "If this isn't enough good cheer, I want to add that the land has sold for much more than we thought it would, and my brother and I will each have a valuable gift. With this money, we will invest in your education. So children, please start thinking about what you want to be when you grow up." We all just sit in silence, excited but content that my mom is happy, that it has worked out for us and our uncle. I want you all to know how much it has meant to me to have your support while my brother and I worked things out. You were all very supportive, and today is a perfect day for a perfect gift. So it is time to celebrate our good fortune by means of a small vacation. "A small vacation!" I exclaim. "Yes, Finn. Your dad and I would like everyone to travel to the Grand Canyon and travel on horseback to see one of the world's most spectacular visions." "Wow, a horse! I've never been on a horse." Will we have to take a plane? I asked with excitement. Yes, Finn, we will have to take a plane. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful surprise. What about Sky, Mom? What will Sky do? Well, Finn, he will not be able to go with us, but I know a lady that can look after him. Really, Mom? Who is that? It is a lady that lives close to the post office. She has had difficulty in her family, and she often sits alone on the bench at the post office. I talk to her when I see her. Mom, I know that lady. My mom grins. Yes, Finn, I know that. She was so impressed with you that she asked around to find out who your parents are, then called me to let me know. We talked about Sky, and she said if we ever need a dog sitter to call her. Finnan, it all fits in, like a beautiful unfolding. When you give a gift from your heart, it will come back to you in the most beautiful way. Wow, I think to myself. Who knew on the day I sat beside her that she would be looking after Sky for our family? My mom continues, miracles happen throughout the day, and miracles happen throughout the night, and we are all miracles. If you can see the brilliance in each soul, you will discover your greatest miracles. We sit, and my dad asks that we all join hands to give gratitude. Each one of us places our hands on the table. We hold hands in a complete circle. My dad says that we are part of a circle of unity, that our family is united with love. We hold hands and give thanks for all the wonderful miracles in our life. My dad asks with a smile, who wants ice cream? We all yell, I do, and bowls of ice cream are served. We sit around the table sharing ideas and talking about the resort, my dad's furniture, the trip. Most importantly, we give thanks for all that we are and all that we are meant to be. A perfect day for a perfect gift starts with one small act of kindness. One never knows the ripples that it extends upon the goodness of all others. One small gesture of compassion and kindness can bring a sense of perfection to the person you are. We are all miracles. We create miracles. We are miracles with each new day.